to Math with Kantoma. In today's edition, I'll be showing you how to find a missing angle on a right angle triangle. How to find missing angle on right angle triangle. How to find a missing angle or a missing side on a right angle triangle. First, we are going to draw our right angle triangle. And we all know a right angle triangle is an angle that is enclosed at 90 degrees. So any angle that is enclosed at 90 degrees, we say that angle is a right angle triangle. So by definition, a right angle triangle, we say the line that is facing the right angle, or the line that is longer than any other line, is called the hypotenuse. Or line that is facing this right angle triangle, if you draw an arrow, this shows that this angle is directly opposite to this line. So we say this line is my hypotenuse. Then, considering the angle of inclination, if this is my angle of inclination, say beta, then the line that is opposite to this angle of inclination is called my opposite. So here is my opposite to angle beta. Then the other line is always our adjacent. But if this is the angle of inclination, theta, the angle of inclination is here, then the line that is opposite to this angle will now be this line, and it will be called the opposite. And again, the other line, which is this, will now be called the adjacent. So now, using Pythagoras theorem, or by Pythagorean theorem, using Pythagoras theorem, and it says hypotenuse squared is equal to sum squared of opposite and adjacent, meaning opposite square plus adjacent square will give us our hypotenuse square. Square of this plus square of this will give us the square of this. That is what the Pythagoras theorem says. So now, donating this with real values to find the value of one of the missing sides. If I represent this with x, here is 5, here is 3. They can ask me to find the value of x. How do I find the value of x? Using Pythagoras theorem. And we say, by Pythagoras theorem, it says hypotenuse square, which is our x, that is x square, is equal to opposite square, which is 5 square, plus adjacent square, which is 3 square. So irrespective of how you put, whether you choose 3 to be your opposite or 5 to be your opposite, 3 opposite, 5 adjacent, or 5 opposite, 3 adjacent, it's still the same thing. Because in mathematics, addition and multiplication are commutative. So what do we mean by addition and multiplication are commutative? For all real numbers, for all value of real numbers, if you take any two digits, say x and y, x times y is the same thing as y times x, and x plus y is the same thing as y plus x. These are the two commutative laws. They say multiplication over the set of real numbers are commutative. Addition over the set of real numbers is also commutative. So if you use the real values here, let's say 2 and 3. If x is 2, y is 3. 2 times 3, is it the same thing as 3 times 2? 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 2 is also 6. If we said 2 plus 3, is it the same thing as 3 plus 2? 2 plus 3 is 5, and 3 plus 2 is also 5. So these are two values that are valid, meaning irrespective of how you arrange the numbers, whether the smallest number comes first and the biggest number comes last, or the biggest number comes first and the smallest number comes last. So far as there are no negative sign attached to it, then they are commutative. They obey the law of commutativity. So now going back to our real problem. Our real problem says we should find the value of this x. And finding the value of x leads us to Pythagoras theorem. And Pythagoras theorem says hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So now we are looking for x. Therefore, x square is equal to 5 square is 25 plus 3 square is 9. Right? So 25 plus 9, we have x square is equal to 25 plus 9, that is 34. So now we find x is equal to square root. We eliminate the power to square root of 34, and that will give us the value for x using Pythagoras theorem. And that is all for today on finding a missing side using Pythagoras theorem. Don't forget to subscribe, like our page, and hit on the notification bell so that you get to be notified as we upload new videos.